Scouting Report is sponsored by Penn State Health, giving you the care you want, where you want it. Visit PennStateHealth.org to find a provider near you.
We're back on Nittany Game Week. Time to scout this week's opponent. Indiana, the Hoosiers have already played 2 teams ranked in the top 10, Iowa and Cincinnati. Penn State makes 3. They bring a 2-2 record to Happy Valley. And as our experts are about to tell us, they are very capable of walking off the field at Beaver Stadium with a road victory. Guys, break it down for us.
Thanks, Andrew. This is a dangerous football team, no matter what, any way you look at it. And Tom and I are going to tell you about some things you got to look at for on Saturday night, that is. Tom, let's talk a little about right off the bat their run game and talk about what they do in short yardage. Really effective, 20 of 22 in short yardage plays. Inside zone, cutback. Talk a little about how hard this is on a defense.
This is tough on a defense because of the way their blocking scheme is, and they do this play as well as anybody I've seen in a long time. Just watch those helmets coming off the ball and knocking people back.
No doubt. And then to keep their stuff good, when they come off these plays, they're going to do some things to play action and reverses. We'll talk about the reverse first here. They run, fake the inside run. That you look at that wide out in orange, who's going to come around on the reverse and see how effective it is.
They're making sure the defense eyes are good. You know, you never want to have dirty eyes on defense, they call it. So this is a chance for them to get that good skill player coming around the edge with some speed.
Yeah, and they've got some skilled guys. Now, number 7's out for them, which will be a big loss, but their other wideout, Freifogel, is really, really good. Then we talk about the play-action pass. The tight end, Hendershot, is really, really good. Here they're going to make a real hard run fake. The offensive line comes off aggressive. You always talk about look for high hats, low hats. But watch this on tape.
For sure, excellent. And one of the things they're going to want to do this week is get that quarterback out of the box, get him out of there. That helps against pass rush too when that quarterback can run, get him moving.
No question. And when you talk about getting him, you mentioned that, it segues right nicely into the next thing. Sprint out passes. I think he's most comfortable throwing on the run as you look at him. Talk about how the sprint out really makes that slows down your pass rush.
Well, it does, because now everybody's got to make sure we keep him on our inside shoulder, okay? And if he gets outside the pocket, now he can also run the ball, which causes you some other problems. But he's most effective when he's moving.
Yeah, no question. So look for that when you're watching Penn State Saturday night, how they handle Penix with his mobility and getting him outside the pocket. Now let's talk about their defense. Now, you look at their base defense, they're a 2 safety high defense. They're a 4-2-5, so they're really 5 defensive backs. Those safeties play high. They're aggressive against the run, and then you get a matchup on the slot with that 5th defensive back. Penn State's got to look to take advantage of that. Now take a look at the video and see how aggressive they are in the run game. A lot of downhill attack, trying to penetrate and disrupt your zone schemes and your blocking schemes up front. And again, this is a very, very good run defense that Penn State's playing, and given the problems they've had running the football, could be a big challenge for them.
Yeah, I like their up front 4 guys. I know not a lot of sacks, but they're very steady against the run.
No doubt about it. And take a look at now, 3rd down. One of the things they do with number 47, Micah McFadden, who's their really, really good linebacker. We'll talk about it later. 4-man pass rush, a lot of 3-player twists. Take a look at the video. The 3-player twist becomes very difficult because that offensive tackle is going to pass that defensive end all the way to the center. Here the center loses them. And Tom used to run a lot of these and drove us nuts in practice.
Yeah, we did. We like those 3-man picks, bringing them the whole way around, because once again, communication comes into it.
Yeah, and they get up there, and again, somebody loses a guy, next thing you know, your quarterback's throwing off his back foot. Now we talk about McFadden. He'll line up a defensive end. He'll also line up a linebacker in their 3rd down. They're a very good 3rd down team. Again, he's going to come up here and make an inside move. Take a look at the video on this one. He sets that guard up outside. The back has to help, which then leaves other people one-on-one, and now the quarterback's under pressure. And you can see again how effective he is, how effective they are getting on the field. They were, McFadden led the Big Ten in sacks last year. Not quite as good this year as he was, but we'll see how that goes on Saturday night. And then when you look at their linebackers, taking a look at the next thing, really good downhill attackers. They're really aggressive on the ball. Take a look at this one. You're going to see number 4 show up here in a hurry. And I think this running back probably remembers that hit. So, again, they're going to try and tie up Penn State's up front guys, freeing those linebackers up. And then the last thing I want to talk about, just a quick shot of video. They like to shift at the line of scrimmage right before the snap. Again, 2 things it does. It makes your quarterback, when you're on the line trying to change plays, the front changes, but also gets guys to jump, and they got Cincinnati to jump a couple times. But speaking of jump, back over to you, Andrew, and you finish us up.